You know, ask any wrestler why he goes to Japan, and he'll be the first to tell you the obvious. The money's great, treated like a celebrity, get to run around the country in a tour bus, treated like a rock star over there, and that's true. It's very true. But those times have passed for Davey Richards. Those things aren't important to me anymore because I understand that this will probably be my last time going to Japan. We're in the latter stages of my career and the end is coming near for Davey Richards. But if I'm going to go out, if Final Battle is indeed going to be my final battle, I'm going to go out on top. I'm going to do it my way, and that's being the best, which is what I've chased, what I've strived, what I've dreamed about ever since I stepped foot on a wrestling mat, long before I stepped foot in a wrestling ring. But to be the best, you need a belt. Tyler Black has that belt right now. I can beat you, Tyler. I know that because I've been in the best. I've been in the ring with the best people in Noah, Misawa, Kobashi, Kenta, Marufuji, you name it. The best in Dragon Gate, and I've beaten the best in New Japan. I've beaten Kanemoto. I've beaten Gedo. I've beaten Jushin Thunder Liger. So I know I am championship material. So I'm going over there for 3.5 weeks. And when I get back, I'll be home about 4 hours, and I'll catch a flight up to Winnipeg and go on a tour there for 5 days. Then I'll see everyone back at TV. People say, why? You're on your way out. Who cares, right? Spend time with your family. Have fun. Enjoy it. This is not my hobby. This is me. This is my heart. This is my blood. Now there comes a time when every man comes to a crossroads and you must choose which side to go to. I have chosen that perhaps it's my time to leave wrestling, but I will choose to walk away on my terms, and that is to be the best. So when I get back from Japan, when I get back from Winnipeg, Tyler Black, you are in the crosshairs. Because if I was prepared before, you have seen nothing yet. I can sit here and tell you the hunt is on and you all know that, but you have no idea, Tyler, what's coming for you. This wolf smells blood. This wolf is closing in. See you in a month.
New York City. Bright lights. Oh, it's gonna be a bright night. Because two of the brightest stars will be shining that night.
Show you right.
Pow. You know, I'm taking a look at this Glory by Honor 9 card. This big internet pay-per-view. And as I'm looking down this card with the triple main events and whatnot, I don't see Red Titus's name.
Don't see my name either.
I don't see the All Night Express dubbed out in big bright lights. And there's a problem with that. But for every problem, there's a solution. And in this mind, I'm scheming a little plan. There's two guys that we want to take out, not only together, but we want to admonish them individually as well. Tell them, Kenny.
I said, tell me what's
really going on.
And next up in this bitch ready.
What's happening?
Red Titus and Kenny King are like the Wu-Tang Clan. See, together, we last forever. Together, we make hits. Together, we're gonna be on top. But individually, well, you got the RZA, you got the Method Man, the old dirty bastard A-Double is heading the business right now. But you know what makes it such a good tag team is because I can almost read your mind. See, I was looking at the Glory by Honor card too, and there was two names that I didn't see, but you know we got business with.
Who are those names?
Jay and Mark Briscoe. See, we've been all up and down the country, beating each other to death, tag team on tag team. But check this out, Briscoes. Let me lay out a little challenge for y'all. Glory by Honor, New York City. We're not gonna do the tag team thing. Let's do a one-on-one. Kenny King against Jay Briscoe. Red Titus against Mark Briscoe. Jay Briscoe, I know, man, you're actually a pretty tough dude one-on-one. When your fragile-ass brother's knee was all broken, you had to go it alone. And you did some pretty impressive things, but don't get it twisted, man. We started off as single competitors. We started off rising to the top in the singles ranks. And then we just formed the Wu-Tang Clan. So that's what it is, man. We're gonna lay down the gauntlet. Briscoes, mano a mano with King and Titus. What do you say? What do you think they're gonna say, Red?
If he does have something to say, Mark Briscoe, you do got something to say, boy? I'm gonna knock the rest of them teeth out of that mouth and shove this fist right down that throat.
Call him Gummy Briscoe. Hey, man. Challenge is set. We can do it all night
long. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
I like this guy. I love this guy.
Well, here I am, a bloody mess once again.
No, it never ends.
But what the hell's new? Yeah, they like to sneak that shit in there on me, man. Yeah, it's alright though. It's alright though. Matter of fact, I like to bleed. Shit, bring the man out in me. I ain't scared of blood, boys. Shit, that's alright though. Kings Wrestling snuck us again, man. Another bullshit win. Another bullshit win. But trust me, boys, this shit ain't over.
Hey, Kenny King and Red Titans,
What the hell is that, man? We out there. As soon as we get to the back, these boys back here talking shit. Kenny King and Red Titans. So what y'all boys say? Do your city. Shit, let's do some singles matches.
One-on-one, baby.
One-on-one, what y'all boys say? Y'all want to talk shit? Bring that shit. We'll see y'all boys in New York.
August 28th, Charlotte, North Carolina. Tonight, the Kings of Wrestling outlasted the All-Night Express. We turned the lights out in Dark City, and once again, we KO'd Briscoe. Together, as a team, there's nothing we cannot endure.
Well said, my friend. There's nothing we cannot endure. Hence, our victory tonight and the ultimate endurance. We destroyed all three of those teams, much to be expected. Now, one, from an outside perspective, would say, wow, the Kings of Wrestling, they got nothing left to prove. Everyone you've put in front of them, they've destroyed decisively. They have no competition here in Ring of Honor. But the way that I see it, September 11th is on the horizon. Kings of Wrestling, big matchup with quote-unquote wrestling's greatest tag team is on the horizon, and to me, that makes me think that we've got everything to lose. Now, the reason I say this is because if we go into the Manhattan Center that night and we beat Shelton Benjamin, we beat Charlie Haas, no big deal. Kings of Wrestling are the World Tag Team Champions. Of course they beat two guys that haven't teamed together for 5 years. But if we lose, can you imagine the embarrassment? If we lose to two guys, talent notwithstanding, if we lose to two guys that the WWE has chewed up and spit out, can you imagine how that's going to look when we sit here and we say we're the greatest tag team in the world, and we mean it? We lose to those two guys? That can't happen. You see, when we step into the Manhattan Center that night, we're stepping into the ring from different perspectives. Because those two guys, these titles, they're not even on the line. So these titles mean nothing to Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. They're wrestling for selfish purposes. Those two guys over these past few years have made so many excuses. They could have done this, they should have done that. All they want is the opportunity to get in the ring in front of some rabid fans and prove that they still got it. You see, for years they've been pointing fingers. But every now and again you have to look into a mirror, look yourself in the eyes and ask yourself, is it my fault? Is it everybody else's fault? But see, no doubt about it, when we step in that ring with those guys, it's going to be some spectacular wrestling. There is no doubt whatsoever. A couple minutes in, those rabid Manhattan fans are going to start that familiar chant. You still got it. Ch -ch 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 -ch. You still got it. Shelton, Charlie, they're going to crack a smile. They're going to start to get a little cocky. They're going to think to themselves, yeah, we still got it. We never lost it. And that is when their guard drops. That is when they become complacent. The Kings of Wrestling cannot afford to become complacent. You guys have never been in Ring of Honor, so you have no idea what we had to go through as men, as wrestlers, to get these titles. And I'm not talking tag team matches strictly. I'm talking about 4 years of struggle, 5 years of struggle, working our asses off, up and down the card, night after night, proving what we always say, that we are the greatest, individually and as a tag team. These belts are won and defended with pride. They are not handed back and forth week after week. So to say that these belts mean the world to us is an understatement. So Charlie Shelton, when you walk into the Manhattan Center and you stand across from the ring with Kings of Wrestling, in your head you're gonna be looking down on us, but you're gonna have to look us in the eye with no excuses, no politics. You are gonna have to prove your worth, because this is Ring of Honor. Your previous accolades, your previous accomplishments mean nothing. What means something is this gold, the gold that we have worked so hard for. This is Ring of Honor, and we are the kings, and we reign supreme.
Good luck.
Wow, huh? We finally made it to that pinnacle, my
About
friend.
time.
Finally,
About
give me a
time.
shake on it. Huh? Finally,
on, bro.
we're gonna bring some
I'm
more
talking about,
gold
dude.
back to the shores
About
of
time.
Ghana, West Africa. And you know when it's gonna happen, huh? It's gonna happen in Plymouth, Massachusetts, my
Sir.
friend. When you finally take
That's
out
right.
that chump for the world television title, my
It's gonna be
friend,
so
Eddie
nice.
Edwards. I know these fools, these idiots are sitting at home wondering how can a non-televised event have the world television title for grabs? Hey, my friends, I'm friends with the Bilderberg Group, with the Trilateral Commission, with Ben Bernanke, huh? With Frank Frafraki, whoever you want to know, all of them. And this man is going to bring that belt to the embassy, huh? And if some miracle happens, a fluke, huh? A fluke happens, let's just say, and we know that's not
It's
gonna
not
happen.
Not gonna happen.
If it does, then my good friend Sean Devari in New York City will just sweep up the finished goods. Eric, on September the 10th, tell them what's going to happen.
You know what, bro? Eddie Edwards, you're an American wolf. Well, dude, I'm a great white shark. I hear you got a little cut. I hear you're not 100%. Well, to me, that's blood in the water. I smell food and I am hungry. It's about time we got the gold back on our waist, brah. It's been too long since the embassy has had a champion. September 10th, though, that all changes. Eddie Edwards, you're so used to being the hunter. That night, you're gonna be the hunted, because the embassy is forever.
You don't want those quackwits chasing you, my friend. Trust me.
What happened tonight, what you just saw, was nothing short of a tragedy. Actually, it was more like a travesty. You see, El Generico and Cabana can't seem to keep their goddamn noses out of Steve and I's business. And I had Roderick Strong beaten. As a matter of fact, what upsets me the most is I heard Roderick tell the referee to stop because his leg was hurt. I heard him. I don't know how Todd Sinclair did not hear. I clearly heard him say, "Bro, my leg, it's broken. I'm done for. Please. Kevin's just too strong. He's too much of a man for me. Just please let me go home and tell my mom. Mom is strong. Kevin hurt me real bad. Kevin is next Ring of Honor World Champion, not me." He said all that and Todd Sinclair still missed it. And that gave Generico and Cabana the chance to screw it all up for me. But this was the last time, because in a couple weeks, something just like this will link us to each other, and it won't end until El Generico's head is sitting in my living room on a chair, just like this. September 11, this goes from fantasy to reality.
Kevin, the idea is that we want you gone, man. It's the whole point of this. For the past 9 months, it's gotten out of hand. Generico is over you. The idea is to get rid of you and let Generico move on with his career. Higher than it's ever been before, and it will go as high as it possibly can the day that you're gone. So apparently, you want to bring your friend into the mix. September 11th, a dual chain match. There's been a link that has bound you for the past 9 months and beyond. September 11th, something's getting broken. We plan on breaking your face. We plan on breaking your bones. We plan on breaking your spirit. We're finally gonna break those chains that have binded you for so long. And it's over. You're done with. The craziest match that we've ever been involved in, bar none. We're willing to put that sacrifice on the line. We're willing to get in the ring with you like that. We're willing to put it all on the table. And the craziest, maybe stupidest match that we'll ever be involved in. Not a problem. September 11th, a dual chain match. Prepare to be finished.
I told you so. For months and months I've been telling you. Truth's been telling you. But no one wanted to listen. But I find it very funny now. Everybody knows. Everyone finally knows the truth. Everybody finally knows the real Tyler Black. And now you guys look at me. Look at me to save Ring of Honor. You look at me to save the Ring of Honor World title. And to that I just laugh. Like, honestly. After 6 long years, after giving everything I've given to this company, no one wanted to listen to me. No one wanted to tell me the truth. Everyone just wanted to screw me over and lie to me. So listen very clear. On September 11th, Tyler, I am going to save Ring of Honor. I am going to save the Ring of Honor World title. But I'm not doing it for anybody in that building. I'm only doing it for me. Because the one thing I've realized, the one thing truth made me finally realize, is the only person I can trust is me. And that, my friend, is the truth.
All I've ever wanted was an opportunity. All I asked for is an opportunity. If you give me that chance, you show me the light at the end of the tunnel, you say, go for it, kid. That's all I've ever asked for. Since day one. And now, I've got that opportunity. And for some reason, you people feel like I stabbed you in the back. You want to point the finger at me. You want to call me the selfish one, the greedy one. Just because I'm a kid who followed his dreams? You know what? I know why you're pointing fingers at me. I understand why you feel betrayed. I can see that. I've been in your shoes. You don't understand. I was just like you. I used to sit on my couch. I used to type on my little computer. I used to get on those message boards and bitch and moan and whine. I used to think the people I was seeing were just warriors, were just chickens in a chicken fight, nothing more. But what I learned very quickly is that we have bodies, we have lives, we have families, and most importantly, I have a future. You don't like the fact that I want to take this belt with me? where I'm going, that's fine. I want to stamp a legacy, cement my place in history as the greatest of all time. And if I got to do what I got to do, I'll do it by any means necessary. I took care of Eddie Edwards tonight, and I've got to march towards the end, to Roderick Strong, to New York City. I will take care of him, and I'm going to take this with me when I leave. And if you want to scoff at me, if you want to roll your eyes at me, call me a sellout, you sold out, you sold out. If you don't like it, that's too bad. Because 3 years from now, you know where you're going to be? You're going to be right where you are, watching ROH from your little couch, or maybe your little desk chair. You're still going to be typing away. You're still going to be wondering about what could have been, who should come back, oh, where'd they go? Well, you know what? I'm going to be at the top of the mountain in 3 years, with or without this belt. I'm going to be the best that ever lived. And what you don't understand is, even if I don't get that far, at least I had the courage to get off my ass and try. At least I had the fortitude to put my mind, my body, and my soul through punishment to achieve a dream. I never settled for mediocrity, not for 1 second. And I will not slow down. I will move mountains. I will flood valleys. I will carry the weight of the world on my back. And that includes your fat ass.